Filmed in front of a live studio audience at the Woody Guthrie Center, it's time for the newest episode of Tulsa Little Jam. Wow, that was actually pretty good. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Tulsa Little Jam. We're very excited to bring Seven Feathers. No, I forget the name. Seven something. I did not forget the name. Thank you very much. But she took me down that route. But I was going to say this fairly new band to Tulsa, and so we're very excited about them. They made a big splash at Mayfest, which is a big local festival that's been going on for almost 50 years in Tulsa.
Where are you going to be?
I don't know.
And on the board.
So we're very excited to have them here on this intimate show of Tulsa Little Jam. And with that, guys, I introduce you to Seven Feathers.
Thank you so much. This first song we're going to play for you is called Cowboys and Angels. I wrote this in a town called Manchaca, Texas, in a little house. Seriously, in my life.
The dust off this picture of us, kiss the tips of my hand and touch the glass. The sun, it fades her vein, dreams arose from the thorny chimney scratch. Like you, leave angels like me, plucking petals, the sound of the breeze, holding back tears behind a smile, and she leaves me. Will this ever be easy?
No, I can't see beyond the morning, but I can promise you tonight, like an old pack of cigarettes, I come without a warning. And for that, honey, I apologize. Cowboys like me leave angels like you anchored in the sand to lasso the moon. Hold me still for a little while. Go on and leave me. This will never be easy. I know, love comes and goes, but I gotta know, so please, please tell me, why does it hurt so bad? I know, love comes and goes, but I gotta know, so please, please tell me, is it coming back?
Angels like me, love cowboys like you, in spite of the wheels and pills you abuse. So hold me still for a little while.
This episode of Tulsa Little Jam is brought to you by... Let's hear it, guys, for Seven Feathers. Entertainingly, so just so the audience knows, we actually shoot more than one episode per evening for taping. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune, you know? They shoot like all the episodes for a year in like a month or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So
It's going crazy by the end, huh?
but what you don't know is throughout the evening, our bands also find ways to entertain themselves while they're waiting. So this may be an entertaining interview.
We got it all out.
I'm very psyched though
What
because
time is it right now? Can you tell them one time?
in the real time, it's I don't know.
It's like 11?
Late.
Something. It's not that late.
It's past
not
our
that bad.
bedtime. It's 11:45.
It's
11:45.
It's definitely past my
It's almost
bedtime.
midnight.
But
The witching hour.
I thoroughly
That's
enjoyed.
3 o'clock.
Shut up. Let me talk. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to that. It was like I don't want to say it's country. What kind of genre would you specifically say?
Y'alternative.
Y'alternative.
Y'alternative. Who coined that? Someone on the Mayfest team
Crystal
coined that
Grizzle.
phrase.
Crystal Grizzle coined y'alternative.
Yeah,
I will give
y'alternative.
credit where credit is due.
I got a very country twang to me, and these boys are very much not.
I'm curious.
It's
You two
different.
don't look very pleased with that phrase.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
It's not the phrase. It's not the phrase
I mean,
they're
what
not
else
pleased
was-
with. He's
I
like,
think it's
no.
pretty catchy. It's that sort of
Well, he's-
that,
Y'alternative.
that genre is going to
He's
take
from
off.
punk bands,
Yes.
and
Punk background.
I
So
guess
let's talk about your backgrounds actually then,
Oh,
because
no.
I'm curious. We'll start with you. How did this happen? From a punk background to this.
Well, I played in a lot of different bands over the years, from string folk bands that are just strictly string bands where I didn't play drums. I played dobro and lap steel and actually some of the keys on our newest album. But yeah, I started out playing in punk bands in high school and and that sort of thing. And then we actually met playing. Filling in for Steve Liddell, a guy that plays around town,
Yeah.
and we would back him sometimes, and we got to talking. They brought Chloe up, and I knew Chloe through the singer of my old band, The Weeping Tree, which was a rock band, a hard rock band that played in Tulsa for a few years, and did a lot of shows around here. Did some shows, played the Canes with 30 Seconds to Mars, and some of those type of large shows, but yeah, and she knew him, and so we all kind of knew each other through different people, and then I don't remember how exactly it all got set up, but yeah.
It's a small city.
So you
It's
guys,
a big, small city.
you guys all kind of knew each other then a little bit before.
Yeah.
And Nick's ran sound for me at some of my solo shows, and then we actually played at like a little kids daycare. Actually, not knowing each other, really kind of knowing each other, like running into each other. Yeah, not playing together, but yeah.
We were all part of the Happy Campers lineup.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that.
That show was insane.
Hey, my ego went through the roof. All those little kids thought I was a princess, so I was like, cool. I had this long dress on. I had like really long hair at the time.
So that's the greatest show ever.
It was.
She sang the
boosted
Frozen
my
soundtrack.
ego.
It was amazing. It was.
I played some Johnny Cash for them.
So it was very
About
sad.
murdering people a couple times in some songs.
I don't even know which way to turn to ask a question. There's so much going on right now.
There's a lot.
But so who? How did you guys? Did you make a? How did you guys decide upon the sound that you were going to actually cultivate?
I really don't think we ever did. It was more one of those things where I played them some songs that I had written, and all the guys kind of brought to the table what their own backgrounds were, and it was like we have Ben here. Ben plays a lot of old school kind of rock and roll feel with his guitar, and then obviously Brian is very up with his drumming. It's kind of more rocky, and then my songs had this like kind of country old school kind of feel to them, and they were able to turn it into something completely else. So I don't even know how, we didn't even have a discussion about it really. It was just everyone just kind of brought what they had to the table, and it just became what it was.
Right.
Which is, I think, the only way you can do something. You can't force something to happen. It just happens on its own, and that's whenever you get what you have.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Which I love what we have, and we have a new album right now. It's out there. Alexa, buy Seven Feathers album.
Wait for a pause. Yes.
Yes.
I think we confirmed it.
I am going to test that. I'm going to test it. When
She
I
bought
roll-
it. You
when
just
I
bought
roll
the album.
Footage when I get back
Hey,
home,
before
I'll
you
play the
cancel that
footage.
purchase, give it a chance.
Give
Give it a chance.
It's on Spotify as well, so I
on
found
everything.
it on my.
But you guys only actually just recently recorded, right? Isn't it the first time you
We've
recorded?
been recording this stuff for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky in this.
No, not just you, but I think that was sort of what when Brian and Nick and I really approached Chloe in the first place. It was kind of because we were all looking for something maybe new to do, and we wanted to just focus on a project where we were going to be kind of from the ground up, working on just writing. And looking for like a new sound, just something that was completely more organic than maybe what we had been doing before. And we liked playing with each other, and we liked, we had an appreciation for Chloe and her songwriting. And so it was really something, that we were able to come through with that. And then Nick and I had a few songs that we had written together that we brought to the table. And and I did. Initially, it was really just trying to get everybody to open up. I feel like it's a tough thing to really open yourselves to other people, especially when you don't know each other all that well. And we were getting into this, but it was a real groundbreaker. I think there was a lot of, especially in the early days, a lot of whiskey fueled night sessions.
Not tonight.
No,
Much less
not
of that
tonight,
these days,
but,
actually.
yeah.
No, if
It's
we
harder.
are growing up,
Yeah.
we have one who just had a kid. She's a year old now, but we've had a lot of life experience through the years. So that's
Yeah.
what's kind
But
of.
so we got through the lubricating point, and we started to get some songs.
Are we still doing phrasing?
That's what she
is
said.
Is phrasing still a thing? This is phrasing. You said
love
earlier
it.
we like
No.
we like playing with each other, is what you said earlier. I think we should go back to that. No. Okay. We can edit
Cut.
this. We can edit this a lot.
We can.
Good.
We can.
Are we
Don't-
going to?
don't
I would
cut
like
that.
the
It's like there's
audience to
nothing you
see
guys
how-
said that you can
This
use.
is-
Yeah, the thoughts going through my head. I think.
But it might be.
This episode of Tulsa Little Jam is brought to you by.
This is called Dig.
I roll up my sleeves, slide my shovel in. 6 feet down and nothing found but another hole of sins. And I'm digging my way back. Yeah, I'm digging my way back to this hell I'm in. I can't find a way to wash this dirt off of my skin. So I'm digging my way back to a hell within. Throw this dirt over my shoulder. There's pine beneath my feet. I got broken limbs from family trees that I will never meet. And I'm digging my way back. Yeah, I'm digging my way back to this hell I'm in. And I can't find a way to wash this dirt off of my skin. So I'm digging my way back to a hell with. I shake the dirt off of my heels. And I'm digging my way back, yeah, I'm digging my way back to this hole I'm in. I can't find a way to wash this dirt off of my skin, so I'm digging my way back to a hole within. I'm digging my way back, I'm digging my way back, I'm digging my way back to this hole I'm in.
Thank you.
This episode of Tulsa Little Jam is brought to you by... So what would, do you guys have any aspirations as far as what you'd like to see next for Seven Feathers?
We have a song called Norman Reedus, and we would actually love it if you were to hear that song.
Is it a we? Is it a we, or is this a very
You
selfish?
guys, okay, so...
This is a very selfish thing. We didn't
No,
play it
it
tonight.
really is not. You guys said the same thing. Okay. So I wrote this song because I'm terrified of zombies. And my
It's gonna get real
cousins
dark.
got me watching The Walking Dead, and I binged it. And I got whiskey was involved in one night, and I woke up the next morning with my journal next to me, which I write songs in. And I had this tune humming in my head. I'm like, oh, he's Norman Reedus. Yes, he's Norman Reedus. I'm like, where did I hear this? And I'm like, did I write this? And I'm like frantically like going through this book. Like, did I write this? This is crazy. It's song. And I lo and behold, yeah, I did. And I took it to the guys as like, this might be like nutty, and y'all might not want to do it. And you guys might think poorly of me now after I sing you this song of me being obsessed over an actor I've never met. And I was very single at the time, like very single at the time. Sorry,
Yeah,
to my boyfriend. Sorry, to my boyfriend. So they ended up loving the song, and they actually made it something really cool, which is what I've liked throughout the whole process of like showing them my music, stuff I've had written for years, and then like just bringing their feel to it and just turning into something completely different than whenever I imagined it. They really brought a lot of my music to life. So they really brought this one to life, though. We use a lot of effects in one part. It's good.
It made the album.
I can
It's
see
on the
us.
album.
I can see us on like Jimmy Kimmel Live. That's where I see us going with
So
this.
that's the
song.
aspiration is Jimmy Kimmel Live?
I was going to say, what was interesting about
Not
that
Fallon.
answer is it didn't actually answer the question that I asked.
No, but that's where I see us as Norman Reedus hearing
Just
the
playing
song.
a tour.
She was
playing
And
nothing
as-
but
As long as we're
No,
recognized by
but
Norman
sorry, my
Reedus,
hair's like going all over
we're
the
good.
place. No, but Norman Reedus hearing it and us singing that song on like Jimmy Kimmel, and then people hearing the rest of our songs.
So you think that's
We're
the one?
betting on
That's the
this.
one that's going to do it?
I think that's the one. I think that's the one.
All right.
What about you guys? Aspirations for you for Seven Feathers?
I think that's shooting for the stars here. If not literally, I'm shooting for the stars.
If those things happen, I mean, mission accomplished.
That's fair enough.
that's pretty cool.
That's fair enough.
I'm getting out, playing,
Really, that's all we
selling
wanna
some
do is-
albums.
yeah.
I mean, getting some recognition. Playing, like, I love playing with you guys. It's fun
Yeah.
to get out and play with your
Even
friends.
if it is just like our friends, our family, this community buying our album, that would be it for me. That would be so great for me to like have people buying it and like local stores around town, and that'd be awesome. Just and for local people to be coming out to the shows.
This episode of Tulsa Little Jam is brought to you by...
Hi, this is our final song for the night. It's called $10 Says. I wrote this song for my college sweetheart who moved off and found a life in California. He was a really great musician himself. And then the song, he was alive whenever I wrote it, and he ended up passing away recently. But it still has meaning, though, to this day. But it's a fun song. These guys made it a lot more fun than what it sounds like whenever I played acoustic. So I was really happy about it. This is kind of our Beach Boys song. We tell people. Called $10 Says. It's called $10 Says. If you're not betting people, I'm sorry.
No one around but me and this box of wine. Thinking about him and about that day he packed his bags but far away, far from the sleepy old town, far away from me. Timber says he stays in California, where he's always wanted to be. Far from Oklahoma, with stars line the streets. Timber says, no, he ain't coming back for me, 'cause he broke free. So why am I still waiting? I can see the horizon as the darkness face the light. I can hear the birds crying their tender lullabies. But I can't help but wonder what he's doing right now. Is he wide awake calling my name out loud? Oh my, just a long lost memory. Timber says he stays in California, where he's always wanted to be. Far from Oklahoma, with the stars line the streets. Timber says, nah, he ain't coming back for me, 'cause he broke free. So why am I still waiting? Life's too short for me to be sitting on this front porch all alone, drinking this time that I spend my weeks at leave. 'Cause $10 says he stays in California, where he's always wanted to be. Far from Oklahoma, with stars line the streets. Timber says, no, he ain't coming back for me, 'cause he broke free. 'Cause he broke free. So why am I still waiting?
This episode of Tulsa Little Jam is brought to you by. So many of you have played with so many different bands over the years and stuff. So how do you feel right now as far as your place musically in your career and whatnot with Seven Feathers? Do you feel like this is like a
Can I take that?
a really good place for you all?
Absolutely, Chloe. Go ahead.
I sorry, I'm not going to be like all like Me Too movement on you, but as a female, it's hard to get guys like that are committed to you and that like believe in you and your music and your talent, and to constantly show up every week at a rehearsal. That is so hard to find in I think any town, and I think for any like musician. But these guys, week after week, show up and rehearse and like believe in this as much as I do. So for me, that's a really good place to be at with any band. What was the question?
No,
That was good. I think that answered it. That's the answer.
I think it
you know-
feels grown up is basically what
Yeah,
you're saying.
you know, I mean,
you guys
I-
actually feel like you're in a good family.
And you're not like going from band to band, and we all just believe in this. We all have other jobs besides music, and we're able to make this work that way. And every single dime we get at any show we play goes into our band fund. So we really don't take personally any of that cash yet. It's been basically to make this album happen, and we haven't done crowdfunding or anything like that. We've done this on our own.
What were you gonna say, Ben?
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, we're beginning to toss around ideas too, like, for moving on to our next project. We've got some kind of conceptual ideas of what we might want to do, and explore with that. But that's, I think, the
Burger
fun
ball
of
number
it.
7.
We're really fortunate because Brian is our engineer and he has a studio in his house, and that's where we rehearse. And he's done an excellent job, letting us grow and working with us on it. Yeah, and that's where we record. But so, just with all that, we're going back, and so we were able to spend 2 years or so, working on this last one, and just kind of taking it every Tuesday or whenever, and going back at it the same way. So it's just like, well, our lives have definitely changed quite a bit from when we started writing in the first place, and so now I think it's really just for me, looking forward to seeing what we start coming up with here next.
Speaking of, any audience questions?
So where, I guess after your album comes out, where can we see you play next?
July 12th at Hunt Club. Is it manager? What? I'm now all of a sudden manager. July 12th at the Hunt Club. We are having a show with Dante and the Hawks. I think we go on around 9:30. And
our release.
we are also working on booking a date for our official album release party. We do want to have a celebration for the official release of our album. We will have physical CDs, which is weird.
I know.
Would anybody here buy a CD? Just a polling of the audience. There are people here who would buy a CD. I stand corrected. People would buy CDs.
Well, I mean, we did our release in conjunction with Mayfest and our performance.
It
there.
is available. now.
Yeah, so but it was digital at that time because we had.
And unfortunately, we lost someone close to us, in the music community. So that kind of put a stop to it. We wanted to kind of mourn that. So.
But we're working on that. I think late August, early September, we'll have an official release party.
Yeah, with CDs.
Check us out on Facebook, and we have a website, sevenfeathersok.com.
Where can the people find us?
He said it. Sevenfeathersok.
Sevenfeathersok.com.
Listening, I zoned out.
She never listens to me.
I don't listen to.
Well, I will say that you guys are very entertaining, but I do see that camaraderie and stuff, and I feel, for me, I mean, camaraderie is the biggest thing. As long as there's that thread of family that's going on there and having a good time, I mean, that's a great basis. So,
I agree.
and I could feel it in the music, and I had fun.
He just said great bassist. He did.
Bassist.
Yeah, he said it again. Great bassist. I got it.
Let's hear it
Thanks,
again
Juan.
one more time, guys, for Seven Feathers.
Thank you.
And that's it for Tulsa Little Jam tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this latest episode. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and spread the word, because the more we get out there, the more we can give back to the community and keep supporting amazing bands like this and getting them out there to the world. So thank you once again, everybody.
I know, love comes and goes, but I gotta know, so please tell me, why is it hurt?